We're back. We got the final episode of the Apex Legends reference series today. I got 11 more references for you guys. We actually got 12. I'm lying to you a little bit. One of them was like conjoined though. You'll see what I mean when we get to it. It's all the way towards the end. But we're officially covering 11. That way we can sit at that beautiful 50 mark. We'll have 50 references done because I don't want to stretch them. And really excitingly, is that a word? If it's not a word, it's a word now. Excitingly, we have another confirmed reference. The devs actually confirmed this on Twitter. So without further ado, let's get straight into these 11, kind of 12 references. The first one up is the Crypto Devil's Advocate skin. I think I really only saw one or two comments of this down below, but I did grab the one that was first, so thank you. I'm going to try on all of these to have those names of the people who actually recommended it to me. So as you can see, when I put the Devil's Advocate skin side by side with Dante from Devil May Cry, you can see that they have that same hair as well as the same color coat and really pretty similar color pants as well. It's a pretty clear reference. That's all I can say to you guys. I don't know. Next though, this one has been being recommended since literally my first video. I just pulled somebody random who said this. I've probably had over 100 people say that this is a reference, so I needed to include it just so I didn't have people outside my house tonight with torches threatening to burn down my place of residence. And this is the Octane plus Ultra slogan, motto, whatever he says when he jumps out of the airplane, or even sometimes when you're playing, when he says non-Terra plus Ultra. And a lot of you guys have said that this is from My Hero Academia. I have not seen My Hero Academia, but I did obviously research this, and it is a pretty big thing in that. So thank you to everybody who wrote that down in the comments. Additionally, Octane also has that tattooed on his left arm, I believe. I could be wrong about that. I'll have confirmation up on screen. Third on this list, let's talk about Batman vs Superman. Now, if any of you have ever stopped by my stream, you'll know that one of my favorite things in the entire world to say is breathe it in. And I literally had no idea that this was a reference to anything. Frank Gallagher, big shout out, literally in the comments on every single video I think that I've ever posted, dropped a link to this, and I clicked on it and watched it, and my mind was blown. It expanded so far beyond what I thought the capacity of knowledge that my brain could hold was. I've become an ascended being now. I'm one of the pillar men. So yeah, I'm done talking about random stuff. I'm sorry. Roll the clip. Breathe it in. As you just saw, Batman hits Superman with kryptonite, and he says, breathe it in, which makes me laugh uncontrollably. I'm really holding it in right now for the sake of recording, but thank you to whatever dev sat through Batman vs Superman to find this beautiful golden nugget of a voice line, because I couldn't sit through it. So that's why I didn't know that this was a reference. Next on this list, as you can see on the Mastiff Warp Zone skin, and I believe also on the super ultra rare final boss skin, on the screen you have Mega Man. Now there is a video game cartridge on the opposite side, but I can't see what's on there. I can't confirm if that's a reference or not, but obviously Mega Man being on the screen is a reference, which I find actually very interesting, because while these are a lot of implied references, that's literally just Mega Man straight chillin'. So definitely a very clear reference. The next one that we have on the list is a Revenant animation from Suicide Squad. Now, if you've already seen my rarest animations video, you already know that this is a reference. But I'm first going to show you this super rare Revenant Ultimate animation that I got a couple weeks ago. And then I'm going to show you the clip from Suicide Squad. And this is a reference to Enchantress, when her character in human form goes up to present in front of whatever organization she's with in this god-awful movie. A hand comes up and grabs her hand and then flips it over, similarly to the animation that happens with that rare ultimate form. Next up is our confirmed reference, and this is from Manny over on Twitter, so thank you, Papa Manny, for blessing us with this information. Bloodhound's bird friend, Arthur, is a reference to George Harrison's hair in A Hard Day's Night. Now, I don't know, I'm just gonna show the tweet. I don't know what my man's thinking, but he said it's a reference, and that's where his inspiration came from, so we're gonna have to trust Manny on this since he did literally create the character. Moving on, though, we have 2 for Mirage, and these are quick ones, so don't get your panties in a knot that this video is running long, okay? The first one is the Winner Winner Pork Chop Dinner voice line, which obviously is a reference to PUBG. I personally have gotten probably about 250 of these. I'm not trying to brag or anything, but PUBG was kind of my ish back in the day. I'm just kidding, I sucked at PUBG. And we also have the ladies and gentlemen, we got him voice line after he wipes his squad. I feel like they added this in for season 3. Previous to that, I don't remember him ever saying it, which makes sense because I think that's around when this was a meme. I don't know. If I'm being quite honest, my conception of time has ceased to exist at this point in quarantine. I have no idea what day it is, what year it is, what month it is, when anything's going on. So someone let me know down in the comments when the ladies and gentlemen we got a meme was a thing, please. Next, I can't believe I'd never thought of this. 2001: A Space Odyssey is one of my favorite movies of all time, and it took some huge brain person down in the comments to say that the PAL 9000 skin is a reference to HAL 9000 in 2001: A Space Odyssey, which is so obvious. That's such a clear reference, and I've never heard anybody mention that before. I am gonna try to explain this. I think it's pretty obvious of a reference, though. HAL 9000 is a robot that gains consciousness and was one of the real first, like, huge robot symbols in pop culture, I believe. And obviously, PAL 9000, P for Pathfinder, or PAL because Pathfinder says that a bunch. We're moving on, though. This is stupid. You guys understand. Last but not least, we have these 2 Bloodhound banner poses, which are both from The Last of the Mohicans. Someone over on Reddit with the username of u/longlivethehud posted this 17 days ago and got over 30,000 upvotes on it. So this is legit. I'm also going to have the person who linked this. Now, a couple people said this, but the person that I have up on screen is the one who linked it first. So thank you so much to that person because I couldn't find this anywhere. First up, you can see that first clip is the Bring It On banner pose for Bloodhound, where they're doing like the General Kenobi, which originally is what I thought this was. I was like watching every clip of Obi-Wan Kenobi with Grievous to try to figure out if this was like the little thing that he does with his hand, but it's not. It's from The Last of the Mohicans. And the other one is the Blade Master. I originally thought this was like some stupid animation from like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and so I watched a whole bunch of stuff from them. I couldn't find it. This animation makes me laugh so hard every time I see it. Whenever I see a champion who has this animation, I can't stop laughing. Like, it's the least intimidating thing in the world to me. But both are really cool references nonetheless. So again, thank you to the person who linked that. Now that is it for those 11 references for today. We hit 50. Let me know if you guys have a lot more of them down in the comments. If there are a bunch more of them and they're legit, I might consider doing this a little bit more. Obviously, as more updates come out and more skins come out and our references to other things, I will be covering those in new videos. But for the current state of the game, I think that's all we can do. I don't want to make too many more stretched references. I know there are 2 or 3 of them that you guys have been talking about in previous videos, and I do appreciate that. I like to be kept in check. Obviously, I'm not going to take the whole video down because you guys pointed one thing out, but I do really appreciate that. So this video has run on for quite some time. I hope you guys didn't mind that I had a little bit more fun with this video. I've been sticking to a really strict, like, professional kind of give a tiny bit of information and then end the video, and I did want to incorporate a little bit more of my personality in videos, so I hope you guys didn't mind that. But merch ships out in 2 days, so if you want to support me and you haven't already picked up any of that, there are a couple of them left, so please do check those out down in the description. And until next time, guys, take it easy.